Welcome back to the Diner Inquest Truth Seekers. Another unbelievable week. Unbelievable because we are here at the High Court in London in front of the Lord Chief Justice, and people are getting up on the stand and lying through their teeth. I mean, we've been divided now into two camps: those who are lying and those who are admitting that they're lying. I mean, last week we had MI6, and who never had a dossier on Diana and Dodi's relationship, who never had anybody working at the Ritz Hotel in Paris, and who never had a plot to kill anybody in the Alma Tunnel. I had so many bells ringing in my ears, I thought I had tinnitus. The other thing, I remember when I was in London, there was an article about how there was an unusually large presence of MI6 in Paris that night. And when they were asked were they there because of the princess and the crash, they said, oh no, we had much bigger fish to fry. And I wondered, did Jesus return that night and nobody bothered to mention it in the papers? Because, you know, bigger fish. Anyway, talking of fish, no, I'm not talking about fish till later. This week, talking of liars, this week we heard from a Mr. Maynell, who was the head of security at the Metropolitan Police in the 1990s, which was last century, and of course he's retired now, and he doesn't remember a lot of the stuff, but he got up on the stand and admitted that he was clumsy with the truth. Clumsy. I mean, what a clumsy with it. Have you ever heard of anything? It was like, where is Bill and Hilary Clinton when you need them to help us redefine what truth is, or was, or you know, I mean, I'm clumsy with the truth. I wasn't a speeding officer, I was just clumsy with my foot. I wasn't stealing because I was clumsy with my counting. I never stood that woman because I was just clumsy where I slipped my... Anyway, Bill Clinton, we need you now to redefine what is, was, or is. Anyway, what Mr. Maynell was talking about was Diana called him into her rooms in 1994 and said that she believed that she was being bugged. And he said that he swept them. He swept the rooms at Kensington Palace and he found no bugs, and that Princess Diana was paranoid. And now his redefining the truth was actually he didn't go because Diana was being difficult and wouldn't wouldn't cooperate. That's right. Now, of course, she's dead, so she can't say whether she did cooperate or didn't cooperate. But the whole thing is he never went. Okay? But what the truth was, which he redefines the truth as, he actually went in 1993. So the year before she called him in, and he'd swept the place clean and there were no bugs. So when Mr. Mansfield, Moho's lawyer, said, do you have evidence that you went in 93? Well, you know, we didn't have documents that we were there. Well, come on, I mean, this was England in 1993. I mean, why would you have documents? I mean, it was so long ago. So, and then he asked people who were actually working there, do you remember them coming in 1993? And the people that were working there said they didn't. No. So maybe somebody else was clumsy with the truth. The other person that's been clumsy with the truth and redefining lying as holding back information or throwing the jury a red herring is our dear friend Paul Burrell. Now, I may have mentioned last week that I believe that Moho Ed has been public enemy #1 to the British establishment for many, many years. I believe that Paul Burrell has been public nuisance #1 to the establishment, and they want to discredit him as much as they can anyway. I mean, I'm not a big Paul Burrell fan, but I think you could cut the guy some slack. I mean, you know, they're getting at him because he made money. I mean, you know, it's hard to make a crust in this life. Not everybody's born with a silver spoon in their mouth. Anyway, so he did, apparently, he got up on the stand, he lied, then he got on an aeroplane and went to New York and told some journalist in a bar that he threw the jury a red herring. Now, you know, people who like to watch the Diner Inquest, that I have been looking for a red herring for the entire week. But unfortunately, at the dine-in because we are red herringless. So we have to go without any fish jokes this week. But don't you think that this jury have had enough to cope with than poor Burrell throwing them stinky red herrings? I don't know where they are, and they probably don't know where they are either. Anyway, so he's perjured himself, and he's admitted he's perjured himself. They want him to come back, but he's living in he's living in the US, and he's selling his furniture and his tea sets and blah blah. He's got no intention of coming back because he said that the lawyers will rip him to shreds. He did offer to take his testimony again by video, but they don't want to know. So now he doesn't have to come back at all until after the jury have come up with their verdict. I mean, I don't know, red herrings and people messing about. I mean, where is this jury now? If I were on this jury, I don't know. I don't know. That woman, the blind justice person, I think in this trial, she's not only blind, she's deaf as well and stupid. I don't know where we're supposed to go from here.